Hello, everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. This week, it's a special episode of the King of Anime podcast. This week, we're going to be crying profusely for the next 50 minutes because we seriously need a vent. 2020 has been awful. Satsuki's fine. He's okay. It's just me and EA that need to cry.
This is the truth, and what better way to drown away your tears than to drink it away?
Yeah. Whiskey River. Take my mind. That's a... whatever. So, co-hosts, introduce yourself.
It is I, everything animated. I'm awesome.
Yes, this is true.
It is me, Satsuki the Savage, and I am pending drunk.
Odd.
I'm trying to get there.
You're in a queue right now for...
Yeah, I'll be there in give it 15 minutes.
Wait for them to call your ticket. And then
Yeah.
Come to the front desk. Yeah, that's what happened. We're doing the spring 2020 anime awards thing. We did one of these last year. Did we do one the year before?
I don't know. I think we
think
might
so.
have.
I think so.
As
I
a
think that one was much more elaborate. Like we were like best outro, best intro, and all this other
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, this one's pretty simple because, not much really happened in this season. So
A
Yeah,
bunch
this-
of crying.
bunch of crying. But that is to be expected at this point. So I guess, there won't be any fancy graphics this week or anything like that because, to be honest, I was gonna make graphics, but I guess I just did it, so they don't exist. So you can just listen to this, really. I mean, if you want to, unless you want to see the chat. But yeah, this is the awards. If you don't know about what we do on the award show, it's extremely arbitrary. We just have fun with it. Do a lot of stuff that we do, and we talk about, discuss basically the season, and reward the best and the worst equally, I guess. So yeah, you guys want to get into the first award?
We can.
Yeah, all right. So the best written
Let's do
female
it.
character, aka you can't rent girlfriends. That's not what that is.
Oh, I've been doing it wrong then.
Sasuke, have you been hiring girlfriends?
We won't talk about that.
I don't want to say the P word, but the P word?
We won't talk about
Posterity.
that. They're called escorts.
Oh, I thought you were talking about pimp.
Oh.
Because
Oh,
that's
God.
what Sasuke is. He's a straight up pimp.
Anyways,
I don't know.
our first award of the evening is Best Written Female Character, aka the Waifu Award. So, Satsuki, who did you nominate for this season?
I nominated Chika Yuzuhara from Seen Yesterday for me.
Great Destroyer.
Yes.
So, why did you nominate her?
For me personally, especially after my rewatch of Seen Yesterday for me, I kind of fell in love with Chika, because she felt like a refresher among the girls in Seen Yesterday for me. Because whereas Shinako is kind of hesitant and indecisive, and Haru is too pushy, I felt like Chika was like a good balance between the two. And she just was someone that you could enjoy. She kind of just went with the flow, and she had her assets. She could cook, she could provide herself, seeing how she lost her apartment and was able to bounce back relatively quick. I think it only took like a couple of weeks, and she said it's because she got a advancement on her paycheck, but still that's pretty damn good. Like she only lived with Rikuyo for like a couple of weeks. And I also like how Chika's flaws were presented to us. Like she made up, like her flaws were she made up some bullshit reason to break up with Rikuyo, and basically she lied about she it was like something convoluted that Rikuyo was still thinking about to that day, but it was something simple as she just wanted to get with someone else. And she also has the problem of not being able to turn down people that confess to her. And with a nickname like the Great Destroyer, you would think that she would be like some like villain almost, but I felt like the flaws that were presented to us like really humanized her and made her more relatable. So for me, I just liked her in comparison to the other girls. I love Haru and I like Shinako, but for me, Chika is my waifu.
I pretty much agree with everything you said there. I mean, you hit the nail right on the head with her.
He certainly did hit that.
I want her to destroy me.
Oh God.
See, we're both on the same wavelength.
Oh God. I don't even remember what I was gonna say at this point. But her and Minato were just great additions to the show. I mean, that 2-episode span, those were some great episodes of yesterday, and I think some of my favorite moments with Chika are like the moments like in Rikuo's apartment where they're just kind of like there's just some weird tension between them, and it was just very enjoyable. And yeah,
not to mention we got the best scene out of the whole show where she just opens the door and goes, "What's up?"
Yes.
And the Haru and Shinako are like scared or shocked or something. They're just like, "Oh my God, who is this lady? And why is she not me?"
Yeah.
He's cheating on us.
I love it when they replayed it. They went back to that joke at the end when he opens the door and Shinako's there and she's got that stare.
Yeah, except now she's going for the younger one.
Happens.
Well, now I think at the end by then he was legal, so the
Yeah,
legal one, which did it much better. The legal one.
I remember when we found out Haru was legal, we freaking were celebrating that shit.
Yeah, it was a party.
It was.
We're not talking about any specific anime, really. We're just going over awards for best written female character. I know some people in the chat are a little bit confused because this week we don't have any images and stuff to guide us. So, yeah.
They gotta listen with their ears.
Well, some of you may have missed it coming late.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to be me.
EA, who did you pick for best written female character?
All right. There was pretty much slim pickings this year, especially the ones that I watched. I mean, I guess I technically could have gone with Chihaya Furu. She was great, but I never really finished it, so I technically don't know how that ended off. And I don't know if you guys watched that, but I decided to go with Arte in Arte. And she's pretty cool because of the fact that
she's ripped.
I don't know, she's just she's ripped. She's a very likable person. She comes from a rich, kind of elegant family, but doesn't act like it. I mean, she's just somebody that, you can just easily just want to be friends with, and even if you feel like crap, I feel like she's that type of person that would just put her vice grip hand on your shoulder and say, "Hey, turn that frown right side up down and don't have to worry about God." This is 8.5%. And just enjoy life and don't be such a Debbie Downer. And I feel like even when she's faced with adversity, she always finds a way to kind of bounce from that. Being a woman who wants to be an artist, unheard of. She literally does the impossible and becomes an assistant. I mean, during a time when there was if you're a female, you just stay in the kitchen and cook, but not her. She's meant to do great things. So That's why I think Arte is the waifu of 2020 spring.
She, along with like Haru and like Toru from this season, I mean, these characters are just so adorable as well. I think that's also a big part of their appeal, that they're just kind of fun, you know? And I think Arte is so, like, one of my favorite characters of the season. Obviously, I went with somebody different, but I think she just, I don't know, she was the best character in her anime. She had the most straightforward kind of development to her, and she was just all around generally really easy to like. And I think that's something that's very important. I talked about it in one of my recent video for Arte, where I was like, shows don't really need to be complicated, and characters don't need to be complicated. Sometimes the simpler characters are the ones that stand out the most, or are the most enjoyable. And I think she is an example of that, where, well, she's not reinventing the wheel with her character. She's not, you're not getting something that's super like crazy hyped up like Demon Slayer with Arte. Just, she's just pretty wholesome. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I think with Arte, she just has infinite charisma, and I think the real treasure in that is that she's charismatic to us, the audience, rather than just characters in the show. Because it's easy for an author to say like this person is great and people gravitate towards them, but I just feel like she's very Toru-esque in the fact that we just like everybody likes her. Like like you said, it's really easy to like her.
Yeah. For my pick of the best written female character, Spring 2020, I picked Haru from Saying Yesterday for me. I felt from beginning to end, I thought her character was just one of the most enjoyable, and I think it's very much the same reasons for Arte and Toru, because, like Sasi said, endless charisma. Also, the noises she makes are so funny. It's like, I just look forward to hearing her voice.
Her voice actor did a great job.
Yeah, her voice actress was so perfect for that character, and as well,
you love her.
Yes. Marry me, Haru's voice actress.
But I would say, she's taken by somebody that doesn't know how to make up their mind, except at the last second.
Well, that's another conversation. And Haru has, best wingman, literally, Kansuke.
Yes.
So, I mean, as well, I just think her character just wraps up perfectly too by the end. And it's obvious, from pretty much the beginning that she was going to win anyways. Air quotes win. But that's because I don't know. Haru is just really cool. She's a really good character, pretty well written for the most part. What do you guys think about Haru?
She's all right.
It was surprising to me. Like, I kept checking my anime list to see who was the most favorite character, and Shinako was the most favorite character from what I've seen.
Really?
It was surprising to me. Like, that really surprised me, because I feel like Haru is someone not only like I would enjoy, but I feel like she's universally someone that would be appealing to everyone.
Yeah. Even though I thought Haru was okay, I really thought she was better than our boy, not Shinako, Rikuo. I thought he was better.
I mean, I think the only thing that could really turn you off from Haru is her clinginess.
Yeah, I would get annoyed after working at 7 for so long. It's like, don't you have a life? Go home.
Yeah.
And even then she still had a life. Like it was just I felt like she was at times a little overbearing, but I think those scenes where we see her work at the milk hall, just like it didn't make her a one-note character to where she's only thinking about Rikuyo. She had a life outside of that.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, if you want to like take it out of like no context, if you just see some of these scenes, like it may come off as like she's kind of stalkerish as well, but what she just there's no other way for her. She's so dedicated to just seeing this guy that she will stay up all night waiting outside and get like her heart ripped out every time because Rikuo is with Shinako.
Yeah, and this was the 90s where all that stuff was acceptable.
Yeah. The 90s when everybody was less thoughtful.
You honestly, you could stalk anybody in the 90s.
the old good days.
Those were the days.
Everybody could stalk each other and nobody cared.
Yeah, that was a sign of affection and love.
So, which character do you think takes the cake here out of these three?
I mean, as much as I like Arte, I think I have to give it up to the Great Destroyer. She fucking owned that episode.
It's weird because I have the opposite thing. As much as I love Chica, I think Arte just from her stature, because she is the character. She's named after the series, and she is the predominant character in there.
All right.
I think she deserves it.
All right, it's up to you, C of the Tactics.
Well, here's the thing. I really loved Haru, and just so in my mind, the way it goes is Haru wins out over Chica because Chica was only in one episode. Haru was in a whole series. So I think by process elimination there, I guess Chica is eliminated. Then you have Haru and Arte. And they're kind of equal, in my opinion, in terms of likability, and I like them both a lot. But I think when all's said and done, I'll be coming back to Arte more than Haru, so I gotta go with Arte.
Yeah.
So,
na.
she is the best written female character of spring 2020.
Yeah.
Congratulations, anime character. You won.
Here's a gold star.
Claim your free iPad.
Oh, God. I actually used to fall for those.
Yeah, same.
You have won.
You have won.
Oh, it did? Hell yeah. What the fuck is
Congratulations.
this?
You
It's a
won.
virus?
To claim your free iPad, sign up for one of these credit cards.
Oh my God.
With your credit card.
I don't know how many companies might have my email because of shit like that.
Oh God. You just gotta delete it. Scorched earth. Off the
Too
grid.
late for that.
Off the grid, man. Move
I have
out to
a
the
burn-
desert.
I have a burner email that has so much stuff on it.
Oh God.
So next up, opposite gender, best written male character. These are usually really interesting in my opinion. So let's see what we got this time. Satsuki, who did you pick for your husbando?
I picked none other than Akito Soma. And although I'm not even sure if Akito is a male anymore, because every
Here we
day
go.
I see Akito, I'm questioning if he's a dude or not. But what I do know is that he's great. All right. Akito is the villain I want, love, and absolutely need. He has like this ominous, captivating presence that forces everyone, characters, and the audience to pay attention to him. When he's on screen, is all eyes on him. You're always anticipating like what he does next. And Akito has been built up since season 1 as the mysterious leader of the Somas. And in season 2, I know you haven't gotten there yet, see, not quite there yet, but you get major payoff for what was built up. Like he's not standing idly by in the shadows, receiving hype off of portrayal and dialogue from other characters. In season 2, Akito is hands on, and he's proven why the hype around him isn't baseless. And there's a big reveal to Akito's character. Again, I won't spoil, but for me, it enhances his character because the way that it was revealed, you got subtle hints to it. So when you see when it's actually revealed, like when you go back to Fruits Basket, it's just like it's like a big thing. It's like, whoa, if I paid attention to this, I maybe could have caught it. So I just think that's a good part of his character as well. And I love his design. The white kimono, the black outfit, doesn't matter. Akito looks good in it. He looks so good in it. I question my sexuality when I look at his character. So yeah, he is husbando material.
Okay. Wow. EA, who's your husbando?
My husbando is the motherfucking man, Yuichi Minato. And this guy, much like Chika in the other one, or Chika, excuse me.
Chika the Coffin Princess?
Yeah, I was thinking that.
I like that show.
Hey, yeah, I like that too. That's the next podcast coming up.
Oh, shit.
But, no, this guy, what was I saying? Much like Chika, this guy owns his own episode. And I almost wish that this guy was the main dude instead of Rikuyo. Only because he's more interesting, he's more suave, he's more cool in his like laziness sort of way. Like he's just kind of like, yeah, I'm good at what I do. Watch me win first prize, taking a picture of Haru. Watch me get turned down, but also at the same time just be like, psst. I already knew the answer anyway, but I just wanted to get that off my chest. Later, deuces. And yeah, just everything that this guy did was neat and cool. Wish we could have seen more of them. And yeah, it's just a shame that we only got one episode with this guy. But hey, he gets his he's He's at the end credits for like when they changed it for the third time, the outro song. I don't know. He's in there one time, but all in all, I have to give it up to Mr. Minato. He is the man.
Damn.
Okay.
As for me, I picked the best character in yesterday. Goddamn Rikuo Uozumi. I love this guy. He's great. His voice actor is great. He voices Legoshi and Beastars. If you haven't seen that show, what are you doing? What are you doing?
He does?
He does.
So wow. Okay.
When he says Haru-chan, it's the same. It's Legoshi.
Did not know that.
Yoshi.
Yeah, this guy's awesome. I mean, he starts out as this guy who is just, he's working at a convenience store. He doesn't really know what he wants to do in his life. He knows what he has to do, but he's lazy and complacent and isn't doing it because reasons. That's really what it comes down to. And he has a crush on this college girl that became his friend and really good friend, and they even got into a relationship that didn't work out. But it's all right, because at the end of the day, he got the ruler of the crows, Haru no Naka. So it's fine. And then Shinako and Rikuo are still friends. He's got a cool friend at his convenience store job. This guy, he wants to become a photographer. Throughout the show, he finds his passion, what he wants to do. I mean, this guy, if for not for anything, this guy develops in 12 episodes like in a really satisfying and almost subtle way. Like you almost don't notice how much this guy has been developing with every episode, and that's mostly because Yesterday takes place over a very long period of time. So, and it's not very obvious when a time skip happens in that show at all. So, yeah, I love Rikuo. He's my favorite character in the whole show, I think. So, yeah.
Decision time.
Now it's time. Who's best boy?
Okay. I'm still holding on to Akito, but I do want to eliminate Minato just because for me personally, I think although I feel like Minato is a more complete version of Rikuyo, like he's where Rikuyo would want to be at. I think the beauty in Rikuyo is seeing his journey and the process in which he became the character that we saw at the end of Sing Yesterday for me. Like C said, it was really him finding a passion and working towards that. Because at first he was just working at a convenience store, really just to meet ends. It wasn't because that's what he wanted to be at or anything like that. It was literally just to pay the rent. That's what he wanted to do. But soon he took photography as something that he was actually striving for a career in. And I think that makes his character a lot more compelling than Minato. But again, that's just me personally. But Akito is still my number one. I don't think I'm budging on that.
Damn. EA, what are your thoughts?
As much as I like Minato and all of his awesomeness, I gotta give it up to Rikuyo for, just basically just being this blank slate and then growing throughout the series. So, Rikuyo!
Right, well, let's see, Akito and Rikuo. I mean, I cannot deny how much of an important figure Akito is in Fruits Basket. He's been built up over at least a season, and now we're coming into season 2. And granted, I'm fairly behind on Fruits Basket season 2, so I just don't know what he does. But we'll talk about it later. But I'm kind of been disappointed in Fruits Basket season 2, so I gotta stay with Rikuo. Any rebuttals, Satsuki?
I hate you.
All right. Okay. Well, damn. I guess Akito wins. It's gonna go.
I haven't seen a single episode of Fruit Baskets, but I gotta give it to him after that. Oh, my side.
Oh yeah. Well,
I hate you.
Just look at Akito. Just look at that pretty face.
Yeah, well, are we sure? Well, here's the thing. I'm willing to give it to Satsuki here with Akito because I know for a fact that Akito is a very important character. I know for a fact that once we get into it, Akito will probably come out as like the best character of that season. So Akito winning is fine with me.
I'm not even sure if Akito is a guy.
Doesn't matter.
So we could have shenanigans in the rankings.
This is true. We got to get his birth certificate.
Yes.
We got to make sure.
Does the carpet match the drapes?
Oh God.
Well, I don't know.
So I guess
if you see Akito, you will see what I mean. You just
show me.
Know.
Show me. I don't even know what this guy looks like.
He's a very pretty guy.
All right, hold on. Let me type it in. What is it? Akito
Soma.
Akito Soma.
Soma. All right, let's check this. This is a dude.
See?
There we go. There's the answer.
Hold on.
Husbando, it may be also
I
the
think there
second
may.
winner
This
of the
could be
Waifu
some.
Award.
This is.
Akito Soma.
This is.
Oh
I
my
don't even know, man.
Yeah.
Best episode of the season. Satsuki. Who did you? What episode did you pick?
Best episode for me was Fruits Basket season 2, episode 11, and I won't really go deep into details since you haven't.
This is a
caught up with
woman.
her. EA.
It says gender female.
Wait, EA. We don't know that.
That's what it says it here on the fruitsbasketfandom.com.
Fruits Basket. I don't think the Fruits Basket fandom knows. It's a joke at this point.
But apparently they were a male in 2001. They went through transfer surgery.
Well,
so now we got 2 waifus and no males. And they all suck this season.
well,
what? Sasuke, why'd you pick episode 11 of Fruits Basket season 2?
yeah, I won't go deep into it, but it's kind of hard to get into it without like saying what the main topic of it is. But just okay, I'm a very stubborn person. All right, I like to think that I'm open-minded, but when I feel strongly on something, I usually never change my mind or budge on the subject. I don't like Kagura, or I didn't like Kagura.
Oh, geez.
So no,
One of these.
I kind of hated her. Okay, so much so that when C told me that he started liking Kagura, I felt betrayed. I was like, "You goddamn traitor! How could you do this to me? You were supposed to be with me on this Kagura hate train."
You were the chosen one.
Yeah, that's exactly me. But when episode 11 attacked, I could not believe how much one episode could completely alter my feelings on Kagura. It was so massively done that literally my hate for Kagura was replaced with reverence. Like I actually, like, currently I like Kagura. It's very hard for me to get on the point of hating a character and liking them, especially in one episode. That episode.
Look at this beautiful girl. Look at her.
I'm not even in the chat right now, but oh, you're putting it on the screen. I see it now.
Beautiful.
That clingy, violent gag that was really despised by me.
See, that's a woman.
That was actually displaying. Yeah, she is a woman technically.
Unlike Akito.
What are these technicalities?
Oh wait, no, Akito is a woman. I'm sorry.
No, I thought he was saying that because of her age, not because of how she looked. So okay, but yeah, it was just such a big turnaround, and I was actually teary-eyed by the end of the episode because I actually felt for Kagura. And if it wasn't enough seeing Kagura, like, we got good things from Kyo, seeing his patience, seeing his maturity in that episode. Just never in a million years did I think a Kagura-centric episode would be one of my favorite episodes in Fruits Basket. So that episode hit home for me a lot.
So, winner of best episode, Kagura Soma.
Oh damn!
Oh geez.
I'm sorry.
Lord.
Hey, did you ask me what my favorite was?
Yes. What is your favorite episode of the season?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I burped. My favorite episode, and this is gonna be a running theme throughout the night. Basically, it's the episode titled "The Man Named Minato." You guessed it. It's the whole episode where it's based around Minato. Come on, keep it together. Keep it together. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself. And pretty much we see, like, this was the first time we saw him and the last time we saw him. Whole episode's dedicated to him. I pretty much already went over how great he is and how amazing he is. And I remember, I think I can even go on record and say there was a past episode of King of Anime where I said this was the best episode of Seeing Yesterday to me so far. And I still, to this day, think that it's the best that I've seen of the series. And yeah. I need to get some more drinks. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay. For me, my favorite episode of the season, easily, is the episode right after EA's favorite episode yesterday. The episode where Shinako and Ro are going through. I can't remember his name. Who's the brother who died? Rio or something.
It was really close to his name. And no. It was very short. I know that for sure. I can't remember.
Whatever his name was, they were going through his belongings, and that just like that scene, and the way she was teleported back to the time when he was alive, and just the emotion, the father when the father walks out with the box and is like, hey, look through these, we may be moving out of here. I mean, it was like, for me, that hit me personally. That hit me, like, I went through every single bit of what they went through in that episode, and that's not a lie. It's not an exaggeration either. Even the moving out part and moving on. And I think we talked about it during that show. Like, this was my favorite episode, and it would be very hard for that episode to be topped, and it wasn't topped because it was just, I could relate to it so much. And I know that doesn't really make an episode great, but for me, it's just my favorite episode of the season, and I just don't think there's for me much that could top that, at least for yesterday, for this season. So, out of all three of these episodes, which one's the best episode?
Oof.
Mine.
I think mines would lose by default since none of you guys have seen it, so I don't think I can win.
But guys,
what was yours, C?
It's Kagura. The episode after yours.
Which one was that? I'm sorry.
Episode 5 or 6?
Yeah, that one sounds good.
I mean, okay. If I had to pick out of you guys' two, I don't know. I really like what EA picked, just because I liked Minato's approach to the situation, because I think he knew it was a losing battle, but he still went on with it. And I like Haru's response to him too, just because it's not like she didn't like him or anything. It was more just she felt like her pursuing her love for Rikuyo was the right thing to go for, even though she also knew that it could have been fruitless as well. So I just think that whole theme in that episode was just beautiful. I also hear what you're saying. See, I probably would have to go with EA's though.
All right.
Yay.
So, who wins?
I do.
Oh, okay. So Oski forfeited. Kagura. Wow. How dare you give up on our fair maiden Kagura Soma? She'll punch the ever living fuck out of you for that.
If you guys watched the episode, I would have fought for it very hard, very, very hard. It was that great of an episode.
So hard.
Most disappointing of the season. Now, this is going to be a little bit of an interesting discussion because I feel strongly about the anime, the two of the anime that are going to be mentioned here today.
Let's do it.
Satsuki, what did you pick?
I picked Seen Yesterday for me. Okay, my reason being, to clarify, when I think of this award, just for me, it doesn't go to the worst anime I've seen. So I'm not saying Seen Yesterday is the worst anime I've seen of this season.
Yeah, that's for later in the show.
Yeah. It goes to the anime that I personally set expectations for, and ultimately it was not met, and I was let down. With Seen Yesterday for me, initially going into it, I didn't really even have high expectations because I didn't know what the fuck it was. I never read the manga. It was just something that was like, okay, this could be a hidden gem. But again, I didn't really know what to expect. But when I actually started watching it, I want to say 3 or 4 episodes into it, I was calling it my favorite anime of the spring season, in which Fruits Basket season 2 was airing. So that just lets you know how high quality I thought it was at the time. But to my horror, what was it? Was it episode 12? Yeah, episode 12.
Yep.
Hit me like Mike Tyson in 86. I was dumbfounded. It's not because I didn't see it coming, because I was worried when I seen episode 10 roll around. When episode 10 rolled around, I think it was the episode where Haru had to break in and whatever. I was worried because I knew when that episode dropped that something was going to happen to push Rikuyo and Haru together in the end, but I just didn't know how it was going to happen. And that was my problem. I felt like at that point, at that juncture, there shouldn't have been anything that pushed them together that quickly in those last 2 episodes. So we pretty much ended the series with Shinako and Rikuyo having epiphanies on who they love, and Haru essentially accepting that she was the second option, and I didn't like to see it. Now, I will say though, the extras for Seen Yesterday for me did help. They help your experience with the series, but I don't think that it just overhauled my feelings on the series entirely. It mitigated my problems for sure, but it didn't erase the rage and despair I felt when I watched the last episode. And it was really just the last episode that hurt me. Other than that, I think Seen Yesterday for me is a solid series. I would probably give it like a 6 out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10 if I'm more removed from the series down the line, because I just feel like I'm emotional about it. But for what I thought it was going to be, I was disappointed.
EA, what did you pick?
I too also picked Sing Yesterday for me. For pretty much the same reasons. Yeah, the whole entire series was great. It was fantastic. It was well paced. And then the last episode just comes at you like a kick in the nuts, where you're just like, I'm sorry, did that just happen? Did we really just go the way that we thought we were? Yeah, it was terrible. Okay, I'm sorry, not terrible, because to be honest, even this series is better than some other terrible shows.
For sure.
Like, I can definitely put it up there above all the crap that's came out there. I think when it comes to this series, that, when it comes to the word disappointing, it is in fact that. It's disappointing. And the fact that it was so good at the beginning. We were so invested in these characters. We enjoyed the journey where it was going. And then it just all wrapped up nice in a nice little bow package, whatever, at the end. And it's like, okay, where did this come from? So that to me is why it's really disappointing. Is just I feel like they should have done the 18 episodes. I don't know anything about the extras. I didn't see any of the extras, but the fact that you have to even make extras in order for people to understand the show, that's a problem. You know, that if you need extra time to explain, well, this happened and this happened, it's like, shouldn't that be included in the actual show?
That isn't what the extras were about.
I'm sorry.
They didn't explain stuff. It was just extra.
What were the extras?
Essentially, what the extras were, it was scenes that were made for the episodes already, but they were cut from it to add to their streaming platform. So essentially, no, like, okay, so the extras are not there to explain things that weren't explained in the show. So like the episode 12 extra isn't about explaining away the ending. It's just an extra part of the show that just wasn't in the airing episode. They just like X10 Creeper says, they just flesh out some things.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like Shinako's love for Roll's brother. Roy's brother. I can't remember his name. Like that was in the extra episodes, but
okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, I didn't know what the extras were. I just figured that they were just because I've seen some shows, whether it be anime or just regular shows, where they just have to add like extra scenes behind where it's like, well, we got to explain the episode. It's like, if you have to explain the episode, then it wasn't well explained. But okay, I get it. It's not part of it anyway. I still think it's a disappointing episode or to the series because I always feel like it only takes one episode to just completely just make you want to just I don't know if I'll ever watch this show again, to be honest. I mean, maybe I'll watch some episodes here and there and be like, yeah, that was cool, yeah, that was cool, but overall I'm just meh about it.
Okay, I liked yesterday's ending. I thought it was rushed. I thought it was a little bit disappointing, but I think you guys are being a little bit too harsh on it. I really do. I think an emotional like I talked about in my video yesterday, where I was like, people are reacting.
Is that a pun?
God damn it. The people are reacting to this anime like if it's the second, it's like an apocalyptic event, when in reality it's just one thing, like one part of an episode that didn't really was rushed a little bit. And when I say a little bit, I don't mean like it's such a minuscule amount. I mean it's a little bit. It's a little bit rushed, but I don't think that just immediately derailed the whole series and it's a train wreck and everything that came before it was. It's never good. It's never going to be good. Like I don't believe that the ending is paramount, as Arcada would say. I think it's a little bit of I think that's a case-by-case basis you have to take it by. With yesterday, there was 11 episodes of really good stuff. And then episode 12 came around, and it just wasn't as good as any of the other. It was the worst episode out of all of them.
Sure was.
But there was still great stuff in there. There was still Rikuo confessing to Haru. There was still the moment in the park with Shinako and Rikuo, which was fantastic. Both production-wise, voice acting, writing in its own little episode, mind you. Really, the only thing that would have kept people from overreacting is if it had 1 or 2 episodes in between 11 and 12. Have one episode focus on Ro. Have one episode focus on Shinako. And in between, you have a little bit more moments with Haru and Rikuo to kind of help further along that. I know some people had some worries about that. To me, the Rikuo and Haru thing's perfectly fine. Otherwise, I think if we had that, I think the series it would be better. It would be a better series just because you had that. And that is one of my things I was disappointed in, is that they just kind of, the Shinako and Ro thing, like literally, Shinako and Ro's relationship is extremely toxic at this point, if we are to believe they get together. Now, they did leave it somewhat, aren't they a little bit? Like they, like 90% sure they're going out, but there's that little doubt still that it may not be. And I think that ambiguity is something the author really thought about and was like, yeah, like, we're going to have a little bit of an ambiguous ending here. We're going to, for these characters at least, for these two characters. And I think that's amazing because we don't have many ambiguous endings. But I do think he fumbled the ambiguous part a little bit, because an ambiguous ending is something where you feel satisfied about it and you can think about it.
Inception.
When that show ended, the only thing I thought about is their relationship is toxic. Either way. But if they had 2 extra episodes before it, where we see Ro and Shinako develop as people and together and apart, well, guess what? That ambiguous ending doesn't become frustrating. And I think that's the key word.
Yeah.
It's a little bit frustrating, like their dynamic in the end.
Can I address something really quick?
Yeah, totally fine.
Yeah, because I've seen in the comments about how the manga was 113 chapters, the manga was long, blah, blah, blah. This is where I feel like if they actually just, I mean, it's easy for me to say, had they just gone along with the manga, maybe they would have had, like, 52 episodes and everything would have been fine or whatever. But, I mean, I almost feel like if you needed more episodes to tell a story, just get the money to, like, get more episodes to tell the story. It just makes it seem, as we're discussing, rushed, and it just seems like just everything's just, just not done properly or whatever. Heck, make it into seasons if you have to do it that way. But it almost seems like they just were like, yeah, we're gonna make 12 episodes and just create an ending so that if people want to read the manga, then they can read the manga. And I hate that. I so hate that. I can't stand shows that do that.
A lot of them do it. I don't actually think this,
but I don't like that.
I mean, I don't either. I agree. I don't think this show makes me want to read the manga, though. I don't think this is an advertisement.
Not really.
Because what happens in the manga after this is like it's not like it's not, it doesn't make me go, oh, I really want to read that. It makes me want to read it for the closure of it, but it doesn't make me immediately go, oh, I gotta go pick up Yesterday now. Like, you got majority of the story, and the ending is the ending, like how it is in the manga. So
yeah,
it's like they didn't even really succeed in making me want to buy the manga. And what I think really happened here is I don't think that was the goal. I just think they were budgeted for 12 episodes, and that's what the committee wanted. They wanted 12, and and they said make a 12 episode script, and they did it. And actually, I read a lot of it, like the first portion of it. They cut out a lot of stuff, like there's a lot of stuff they cut out from the manga that's just kind of really cool to have, like just extra, like you get majority of what's going on here, but they cut out a lot of stuff. But yeah, that's my opinion on Seeing Yesterday for me. I think have your criticisms about it. I'm not saying like your 2 opinions are invalid or anything. I'm just saying that like I think you guys are a little bit too harsh on it, and I think that the final episode, it was the worst episode, but it's not a bad episode, and I don't think it ruins the whole. I don't think it's like a slap in the face or anything like that. And like Soxy said, maybe a while away to not get attached to it may help. But I picked for my most disappointing Fruits Basket season 2, so my opinion doesn't matter. It doesn't goddamn matter what I say, because I'm disappointed in season 2 because really it's just I'm not having the same feelings as I was with season 1 of Fruits Basket. Most people know season 1 of Fruits Basket is my favorite anime of last year and of that season, along with Vinland Saga. And this season, it started out pretty good. I like the Mudoko episode, but everything after that, it's just kind of bored. I'm gonna be real. I'm bored by it. I think it's a me problem. I think I was overhyped on it, and there are a lot of many factors to do with that. The fact I did a podcast for it, the fact that I'm friends with many people in the Fruits Basket community. I talk to them a lot. I think I just got burnt out on it. So I think Saying Yesterday for me is the most disappointing of spring 2020.
Yay.
Yeah. I think with that, the last episode, I just think it's like a conflict of ideals, because for me, the ending is like paramount. Like for just for me, I'm not saying this has to be the case for everyone, but for me, the ending, while it does not erase everything that happened previous, it has a huge sway in my feelings on the series, because it's not only is the last thing that I see from your series, it's just I feel like it has more weight to everything, because just from like a writer's perspective, I feel like the beginning and the ending is the stuff that you already have thought out. The begin or the middle of it is things that you may wing at times, but I feel like the ending is something that you plan out. So for it to end the way it did, and like C said, it could have just been an issue of them saying, like, you have 12 episodes, work with it. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to get on the people making this because they had to work with that. It's just that, just from entertainment perspective, I didn't enjoy the last episode, and it dragged down the series for me. But again, it's just how I feel about endings.
So that's completely fair, and I think, though, let's move on to something a little bit more of a positive that can come from a negative, and that is the return, I believe. I don't think we did this on the last show, maybe not. The one that got away, the show that we wished we watched instead of Tower of God / other. Satsuki, what did you pick?
I picked Kaguya-sama season 2. I can't speak too much about this one since I myself have not finished Kaguya-sama season 2. But I just feel like, just from, I guess, projecting from what I've seen from season 1, I think it's a series that we all would enjoy. I love the comedy. It's on point. The characters are endearing as hell. The story is unique in that you have two tsunade's who are the main love interests, and they resort to outrageous methods to make the other confess. I may have said it on the other award show, but it's like a rom-com Death Note. It's basically just mind games played between the main characters, comparable to Death Note.
Just called Love Tyrant.
Wait, what?
There's an anime called Love Tyrant that's literally Love Death Note.
That is basically it. And I remember the one girl like constantly kills the guy.
Oh, so they actually kill it. Okay, it's not that hardcore. So let's dial that back. It's not that hardcore. I was just talking about when it came to the mind games being played. Like the main characters are very intelligent, just to say the least. But yeah, it's I call it rom-com Death Note, but it's just like the tone is lighthearted, comical. It's just an easy series to love. So that's a series that I wish we would have watched, but it's not possible, seeing as season 2 and EA hasn't watched season 1. So yeah.
I would have made the sacrifice.
Oh,
Well,
perfectly fine.
If a season 3
Yeah.
comes out and EA wants to do it, and we lock it in, and we'll be talking about.
Are we making a
Kaguya-sama
third
Level
season?
4. Probably.
One of these days.
EA, what did you pick?
I picked My Next Life as Villainous. All routes lead to the doom.
Malice in Wonderland's gonna love you for that pick.
And the other reason I picked it is because, well, I know nothing about it other than the fact that it looked like kind of like another, you
Isekai.
start your life in another world, isekai, thank you, type thing. And it was it probably would have been more entertaining. I'm not saying it would have been good. I mean, that's to be determined because I haven't seen it, but it just looked like it would be fun. And also, I guess they made like a spin-off manga where Arte and this main person was together doing stuff. I'm like, how does that fit in? Because it's all Renaissance-y? I have no idea. But that right there told me, all right, let's give this a shot. Maybe it will be even better than Slime Daddy. I guess I found it interesting too because I think the main person's supposed to be a bad person, like a bad guy. Because normally you always play the hero, but now this person's playing the villain right away. I'm like, okay, that's different. That's neat. So I would have given that a shot.
Yeah, this show I actually have been wanting to get into. I actually watched the first episode, sorta, and fell asleep after the first 5 minutes. I was so goddamn tired, and I needed to sleep. But yeah, I agree. I actually kind of. I'm gonna be real here, y'all. I would have. I wouldn't have mind watching a fourth show. Maybe this show, because this show just looks something that we would really enjoy week to week. Like I don't know what it is, but isekai are generic mostly. But when it comes to the King of Anime podcast, when we cover an isekai, it leads to some of the most entertaining discussions and some of the funnest possible rants. And I'm not saying like we would have a rant on this series. I think we would be covering season 2 if we locked this one in. I really do. I don't think we would have dropped it at all. I mean, the main character looks really fun. The idea that it's a dating sim, like that's just interesting. I don't know. It's interesting. Like it just makes me want to watch it. Sure, it's another novelty thing. Reborn, and the gimmick this time is visual novels. Yeah, that it is what it is. But it seems like a fun, solid show that is fun and solid. Not it's like Arte. It's it's the same thing. But for me, I pick Wave. Listen to me, because I heard the voice acting in that show was also amazing. And I actually really, really do wish we covered this one as well. We should go back to covering 5 shows a season, guys. We should kill ourselves. 7 shows. We should go back to 7 shows.
Oh my god.
Where's Rewrite the D? Can we get Rewrite the D back on here? Where's Akane Sachu Shoujo?
Can we not and say we did?
Do you remember how miserable we were?
We were wanting to quit before we even started.
Listen, I make mistakes, okay? I make mistakes. 3 shows is the best option.
Did
Maybe
you say
4.
steak?
Technically, yes.
You get me all excited.
I mean, honestly, I don't care which show wins this, because each show's right, in my opinion.
Well,
But which one is eliminated first? Because I think Wave Listen to Me is because Kaguya and any isekai is more notable than Wave Listen to Me, which is sad, but it is what it is.
it's hard for me because one of my friends swears by Villainous, but at the same time I really feel like EA would love Kaguya-sama. I feel like he would really enjoy that show. And
All right.
But then again, I haven't
award,
watched season 2, so I can't really be the spokesman for it.
This award should be renamed to "Let's get EA to watch this show, please."
Yeah.
That's so far kind of what it is.
Y'all are so funny.
I mean, I'm okay with Kaguya winning. It's Kaguya-sama. Kaguya is great. Chika is great. Shigami, President, all good.
All right, let's go and talk about how Chika is Google.
What? Huh?
There was like a meme where she's Google Chrome and the other lady's like Internet Explorer.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm drunk. It's 8.5, man, and I'm halfway through my second one.
I'm at 40%.
So
yeah,
I guess,
are you going to be at 100% awesomeness by the end of this show?
I hope not. That'll probably mean I'm dead.
That would, yeah.
Fine, at least 95%, so you can have that 5% of.
Remember that show we did at like 2 a.m?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Like,
what
this
was that one?
This is like that. Remember, I was falling asleep during it, or maybe it was EA. I was falling asleep during it. This is like that
been
over again.
I was slightly drunk on that day too.
I'm not sure. It's just like for me, because I think I had something to do with that. It's just me. The nights are literally just where I thrive at. I'm very nocturnal.
You were fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, the winner, the one that got away, Kaguya-sama. I think that may have been a winner of before, but yeah. Next award, one of my favorite awards, just because of the origins of this award, is just it's made from just an anime I hate so goddamn much. SS Gridman.
Yeah, that thing had promising potential, but then we all know what happened.
Yeah, and one of the characters, Rika, I believe is her name. Everybody loved her thighs, and for some reason we came up with an award. Oh god.
I'm sorry. I have to admit it. That's all she wore.
She's like 12. It's fine.
She wasn't fucking 12. I always said the voice actor minus the amount how old the person is equals the real age of the person.
I hope the actor is like 20.
Those are
like
bad.
5.
That's bad math.
No. I did it wrong. It's you add the numbers and then you divide it. That's the real age. So it's like 20 and then 12 and then you get 32. So boom, she's 18. Suck it.
Oh my god. You're going to prison, EA.
No, she's 18. That's legal.
This award, goddammit, is called the Thigh Meat Award, aka Most Overrated. We all nominated Tower of God. Now let's go over why exactly we picked Tower of God, because it's all for the same reason.
Ooh, oh jihad. All right. Before this anime aired, people were literally telling me this is about to be anime of the year. I still got the tweet screenshot.
Satsuki.
It's the webtoon that's going to revolutionize anime.
It's going to change
everything. Fuck everything that's coming out this and that's the thing about it. This is a year. People were telling me it's going to be anime a year where Kaguya-sama, Fruits Basket, ReZero, Snafu were going to take the throne. There is no before it even aired, I just said, yeah, that's not happening. But with me reading the series, so my point was bolstered. I knew it wasn't going to reach the heights that people projected it to reach. But you know the saying, you shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you land among the stars. And Tower of God didn't do that. It landed 6 feet deep in the dirt, wrapped snugly in a coffin. because that shit was not hitting, at least for me. But for real, like Tower of God, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't mediocre. It was okay, at least for me. But the community overhyped the hell out of it. Again, people were saying that this was going to be the anime of the year. It wasn't. I'll let EA and C get into like why they didn't really like it like that. But just for me, it just did not hit from a webtoon reader's perspective. So if you have no experience with Tower of God, I implore you, please do not watch the anime as a substitute for the webtoon. Please. If you watch the anime, you watch all the anime up to episode 13, and you try to transition to the webtoon, do not start from whatever chapter someone tells you to. Start from chapter 1, please. That's how strongly I feel about that.
Satsuki, we all know, Satsuki, that if you didn't like the shonen anime at this point in the show, if you didn't like the first 10 episodes, just get to episode 50. I swear it gets good by then. I swear.
There's 50 episodes of this?
No.
Hopefully not.
But that's what everybody says about every shonen. Is if you didn't like it here, just wait to get to this part. By this part it gets good, and then eventually when you don't like that part, it's no. I meant 20 episodes after that.
Or you didn't understand it.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the best. You didn't understand it. Yeah, I did. Last of Us 2 sucked. I'm sorry.
Oh God. Here we go.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That just came out. That was on my. Someone was talking to me about that, and I'm just like, yo. Anyway, what are we talking about?
The Last of Us 2 at this point is a political debate.
It fucking is. It fucking is.
Life or death.
All right, let me tell you about the God of Tower. Basically, this show, I didn't know anything about it going into it. Like everybody was saying, this is gonna be, like you said, Sasuke, a great, fantastic show. And I was waiting for it to happen all season long. Like basically, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening, but the colors look nice and the flashes is all fancy.
Yeah, the coloring was really good for this anime.
Yeah, the best character in the whole show was a dinosaur. You know, he was great. Rack. That was his name, Rack. Rack City. And he was incredible. But I don't know. I just feel like it was just a boring ass anime. And then at the end of the day, we're talking about feet. You know, we're talking about Green Lady's feet. You got money?
I did. It's an apology money, I think.
My bad, Ben. I just bombed your Discord and tried to call you without realizing you were streaming. Aw.
Happens.
If anybody calls me on Discord during a stream, I don't charge. Okay, it's you don't have to give me money. It's fine. But I guess I should say,
can you apologize to me, Trademark? I want to be apologized to.
Trademark, yeah, your guilt costs $20. That's like crazy.
I guess give me the $20, boss.
Oh Lord.
I'm sorry, what was I saying?
Trademark X, great friend of the channel. He writes and produces his own rap music. Go check it out. He's just started. Give him some pointers or just enjoy his music if you enjoy it.
I'll start a Patreon so you could apologize to me. So yeah, the show, it was okay. It turned into a foot fetish at the end. It's like, you know,
EA, stop saying that. That was just me.
Oh,
that was just me.
Well, wasn't there a thumbnail used about how it became about feet?
No.
We need to break out the fucking pickle jar.
I think you were thinking of Reen Ishtar or something. I don't know. It wasn't a knock though. That didn't happen.
Reen Ishtar. That's a new name for her.
Damn. Well, anyway, we never finished it. That's how bad it was.
I didn't bring up Fate again. I just want to say I didn't bring up Fate that time. It was Satsuki.
Yeah. I do like each star's feet.
Right.
Yeah, apologize on a monthly basis. We gotta get money.
Saucy needs a new yacht.
I'm sorry, man. I'm really feeling it right now. Oh my God, this is gonna be a 10 out of 10 show.
I love this.
10 out of 10, just like The Last of Us Part 2, which is not
God.
lying sacks. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop talking about it. I'm gonna get people pissed off again.
Like,
all right.
Nobody's pissed off.
No, you know what I always
mentioned it.
You know what I always say? It's better to be pissed off than pissed on.
I'm not sure about that. We'll save that.
Well, if you're in the desert, it's probably better to be pissed on.
Yeah. Ask what's her face from Are You Lost? She loves to be pissed off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you have the fetish, like if you watch Prison School, then I don't know if that whole saying has relevance.
So we were talking about Tower of God and how it was a disappointing adaptation.
Oh yeah. It was
that.
very disappointing. I would not recommend to a friend or make anyone want to watch it. Man, this thing's almost empty. Fuck.
Oh my God, I love this. This is the best podcast I've ever been a part of.
I'm glad that you make it that way.
Tower of God.
Can't wait to hear myself later.
Tower of God's a fine anime. I'll probably finish it someday, to be honest. And if it gets to season 2, which I think there may be, I think there's rumors out there for it, I'll watch it. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll probably talk about it again on the show at some point for, like, you know, one of these award shows. So, no reason not to. It's fine. I mean, it really is. And I think the reason it's disappointing is Satsuki was pretty much correct in his assessments of it, but as well, I'm a big fan of webtoons. Like I not right now, but I read webtoons all the time. Like some of my favorite webtoons are like, you know, Unordinary. Please, for the love of God, get an adaptation, but not like the one Tower of God did. Get like an actual adaptation. It's like 100 million episodes. Please.
Marry me, Uru-chan.
Exactly. Marry Sasuke, Uru-chan.
Isn't she a guy?
She's not.
She is.
No, that's not the guy from Fruit Baskets.
No, she's a real person this time.
Oh shit.
I'm a fan of The Girl Downstairs, Nanolist, My Deepest Secret. I love a lot of webtoon stuff. That's like my favorite thing at night is to sit down and read webtoons. Tower of God is not something I was really reading week to week. It wasn't something I really tried that much. Never really interested me. This anime though, it is like there's just choppy, you know, they've definitely removed some stuff. They changed the context of things because they removed a lot of things. I think at the end of the day, Tower of God is fine on its own in its own little world. But I wasn't feeling it. This wasn't a show that I wanted to watch week to week on KOA, to be honest. After a while, just because I knew where it was going. It was a rushed adaptation.
The ceiling's like a kaleidoscope.
Oh, that's a Hyoka reference. That's what she says in that episode. She drinks all the whiskey chocolates.
I fucking love that show.
Hyoka's great.
That's the best kill animation ever.
We need to.
Sorry, continue.
We need to get drunk and discuss Hyoka.
We do. Just because I feel like I'm spinning right now. Damn this 8.5%. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm sorry.
Tower of God is thigh meat, most overrated show of the season. Now, this is the part of the show where we talk about an award inspired by the most useless of random ass characters in anime that I've ever seen. I'm being very harsh, but I'm trying to be really funny here. Nezuko in Demon Slayer. One of her catchphrases, just her dialogue is, So we've made an award. out of this catchphrase. What does it mean though? Well, much like what Nezuko is saying, we don't know what means. So we don't know what the award means, so we just nominate stuff. I think the winner of the last one was EA's left testicle. So
this is true.
I forgot about that. I wasn't even drunk when I said that.
Satsi, what do you pick?
I picked from Haru Nanako. Simply because I enjoy Haru sounds, and that was the most prominent sounds among the sounds that she made. It was either a sigh. Yeah, it was great, but the was the most iconic to me, so that is why I chose that.
I don't know what I said, Violet, but I'm glad you're here. EA, what did you pick for this award?
I picked my right. No, I'm kidding. Not my right testicle. It was because originally it was my left. Get it? It's a joke. No, I have written down here Minato being a fucking Chad. You know, because he just owns everything that he's a part of. You know, he goes up to Haru and says, "I like you." She's like, "I don't," but you know, he's just like, you know, I'm gonna take a picture of you and become best in class. So, you know, own that shit. But then, like, oh God, what am I trying to say? Come on, focus. It's hard to focus. He's just awesome. You know, he goes around and he even makes fun of Rikoyo at one point, being like, "You're an old man, bitch."
I don't know about that part, but yeah.
I mean, maybe not so much the bitch, but he's just like, you know, I'm better than you. And Rikoyo's like, I wish I could be like Minato. And he's like, yeah, you wish. And then before you know it, Minato just, like I said, he dropped the mic and was like, I like you, but you don't like me. That's okay, because I'm going to win first place, get money, and become famous. And so that's why I think he's a fucking Chad.
I pick Arte's Death Grip. She absolutely is just an insanely strong character. When I think of strong characters, like physically speaking, in the female side of things, I think Motoko Kusanagi. I think lots of Motoko Kusanagi going around. Point is, she's very strong, and I think that she could become a bodybuilder of some sort and definitely excel. And yes, I think she should go around and like chokeslam people. So I pick Arte's Death Grip.
Should be successful. Fuck the Undertaker and Kane.
Yeah.
Arte season.
Rest in peace.
I go with Arte. I mean, that Death Grip is something serious.
I mean, I would put that up against like a Vulcan Death Grip, because that shit's strong.
Imagine you trying to get a handshake from Arte. You're just like too scared. You're just like, please just hug me. Please.
Right. And then your hand just breaks into 1,000 pieces, and you're just like, hey, you know, I don't swing that way. And
the winner of the award is I don't care. Moving on, King Nothing, the Goblin Slayer Award of Excellence. This is reserved literally for the worst show of the season.
Goblin Slayer wasn't that bad.
For me, it was that bad. So
I remember all the different things you would say. You'd be like, you were like, oh, I cannot
from orbit. Like, that's where that came from.
That was so great. You're like, I'm starting to see colors. I hate this. What is life? Didn't you watch like 5 or 6 episodes before we decided to kill it?
I killed it the first episode, and you guys are like, let's just keep watching it. I'm like, no.
It was great.
So the King Nothing, the Goblin Slayer Award of Excellence. It's also a reference to a Metallica song called King Nothing. One of my favorite Metallica
King
songs.
Nothing. It's a great song.
Yeah. Satsuki, what did you pick for the King Nothing Award?
I don't even know how to pronounce this, but
Lepnir?
I'll say Gallopanier. I don't know if it's the shows or just me, because I feel my control of my self-proclaimed title of being a man of fan service is slowly just like slipping, because this show is a lot of fan service. And I don't like it. I don't like that aspect of it. It just feels like the whole show is like just one big sexual joke, and I fucking hate it. All I got was that and characters I cared nothing for. And in general, I just did not want to see Teddy Bear Gundam or Gundams in general.
It was Teddy Bear Gundam?
Basically, there was a guy who
they ride teddy bears.
He basically gets in like a teddy bear costume and he fights people.
Wow.
And then the girl like gets inside of him, and then they make a lot of jokes about that.
Wait,
like, oh, I feel good inside of you. Yes. Yes.
It's like,
That's where
darling,
it goes.
you want to ride me, huh?
You want to ride me? Because you know how you control a robot is have her all on 4s, and then you just put the crank on. Yeah, that's how you drive a plane.
Put the crank on.
But it's less subtle than you want to ride me. At least that was funny. But the other stuff is not so subtle, and it's just straight on the nose. And yeah, you can make another sexual joke about that too. But yeah.
Pinocchio reference?
No.
I mean, she would love you to tell a lie. Especially.
Oh God. Oh Jesus. EA, what did you pick?
I picked Baseball Lesbians Incorporated, also known as Tomoyomi. I think that's how you say it.
Tamayomi.
Yeah, that one. So basically, I mean, the first episode was nothing more than just, I don't know how to throw a baseball anymore. Now I'm going to throw it. And then they threw it. And then before you know it, you're like, oh, here comes some more late. Here, yeah, it was a curveball, basically. But they were hyping it up like, oh, this is the most amazing throw I've ever seen. I haven't seen one since the Shogun era. And it's like, shut up. It was just a curveball. I see it every time I see baseball. Which baseball, they're coming back later. But, okay, focus. Yeah, the show is just nothing more than, hey, let's hug each other and talk about parfaits while we play baseball.
Whoa, parfait. What are we talking about when we say parfaits here?
Love life is, if they've told us one thing, they've taught us that parfaits means, hey, you're looking cute in that dress.
Yeah.
Why don't I compliment you by giving you a little smooch?
And the thing is, I know you're making a joke, but I feel like Nozomi actually did say something about Nozomi looking good in a dress at one point.
Yeah. They like to get it on. I mean, hey, I don't judge. It's to each their own. But anyway, Lesbian Baseballs is the worst show because how could you? I don't know. It's like, it seems like a generic sports anime that involves women playing baseball. With the whole first episode was just ridiculous. Oh, she threw a third curveball. Yeah, great. Now let's make it on to Chinatown. That's my response.
C, which anime did you pick?
What did you pick? C.
Chan.
God, I'm so drunk.
I didn't pick an anime this season. I picked fucking Corona-chan. Ruined everything about this season. ReZero Season 2. Snafu Season 3.
I know. They took my
Whatever
babies
other show was
away.
delayed. Yeah.
How dare they take my babies away? Ow. Spring was going to be like the most epic season ever.
Yeah, and it became... okay. Damn Corona-chan.
I know.
Who wins?
You know what? I'm gonna say her because she's ugly.
Corona-chan?
Yeah.
Just because she's ugly, wow.
Nothing's more ugly than having a virus.
Saucy, what do you think?
What does she look like?
If I had to pick out of one, I think Corona single-handedly destroyed a lot. So I would go
destroyed my life.
Are we gonna get
fucking
crying,
bitch.
EA?
You know what? I might give it a few more sips, and the tears will start flowing before you know it.
So, actually, speaking of, ruining the season, I asked people in a community tab poll on YouTube, and you can, of course, you can get notifications of the community tab if you just subscribe and ring that bell. I asked people their thoughts on Anime Spring 2020, and 476 people voted. 43% said they liked it. 42% said it was meh. 5% said it was a bad season, and 11% chose not to essentially vote. So it's obvious that this season, I think most people liked it, and most people thought it was at least meh, which I think is a perfect descriptor of this season. So, moving on, the king of anime spring 2020. Satsuki, what did you?
Baby.
This is for the best anime of the season. So, Satsuki, what did you pick?
I picked Fruits Basket season 2.
The bathroom will be right back.
It's funny that C picked Fruits Basket as the most disappointing, but I feel like it's just because he didn't get to the current episodes. Because I do think Fruits Basket started off slow, but I feel like you got rewarded for the setup in season 2. It's just amazing to me. Most of the characters that are already been established and introduced are more expanded on. And I feel like season 2 really moves the plot forward. And that's the thing that we didn't get in season 1. Although I love the characters and we were starting to know them and whatnot, the plot wasn't really linear, and we didn't really have a direction towards where we want to go with the story. I never feel like an episode of Fruits Basket is wasted. Either characters are getting more development or we're moving things into motion. And always I'm entertained with Fruits Basket. Like, it has like a balance of mystery, romance, and comedy. And it always disperses those three aspects of the series well, in my opinion. And if I made a list of like my favorite episodes from the season, I think Fruits Basket would make up the majority. I think it would take up most of the spots, and that's just a testament to the quality of the series and the quality of the season.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna regret saying it's my most disappointed, aren't I?
Francesca will probably hate you.
Francesca, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I apologize for everything I've done. I didn't mean it. It was all a prank, a joke.
He doesn't mean anything, Francesca.
Exactly. I don't mean anything. EA, what did you pick?
All right, I'm going to try to not be as drunk when I say this. All right, here we go. I picked... It might have already been over, but hear me out, y'all. It's My Hero Academia Season 4. And here is why it's my favorite of this season. Everything just kind of came at us like a gut punch with the coronavirus. We had all this fucking shit getting canceled on us. We had all these things just, coming to an end. No, not coming to an end, but getting delayed and all that other stuff. But what we could turn to, even though everything was closed, was to be with our families, be with our, stay inside. And this was the show that my son and I watched while we were basically just inside, not able to do anything. And my son's been watching this since the first season. It's kind of the thing that we bond over. And even though to me, you got a few shows here and there that came out where you're just like, oh, okay, that was entertaining. But I love this show, My Hero Academia. And season 4 was just something that him and I could basically bond over when all this shit is just going on. And I can't wait till we come at the end of this like a rainbow, where it's like, we survived that. We're done with this. And I feel like this show was something that was enjoyable, especially the last episode was just fantastic. Like all of season 4 to me, it was fun. There was a kind of a part where it just kind of turned into like fun little cutesy stuff. Oh, high school, whatever. But first arc was great. Then the last 2 episodes were fantastic. And that's why I like this one in particular. I hope that I don't know if that made any sense, but I hope that comes across, even in my drunken stupor, that this show meant more to me because it was one of those, while everything else was canceled, we can always fall back on family and just enjoy the time that we have, because life is short, man.
Damn, we are going to... The next step is crying at this point, EA. That is literally the next step. To answer Violet's question, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but essentially I was overhyped on Fruits Basket Season 2. It's not that I hate it. I think it's bad. That,
Spam
my
him.
expectations were
Spam
bad.
him.
Don't cancel me! I'm sorry, Violet Evergarden. I pick for my King of Anime Spring 2020. You two are definitely going to kill me over this. Sing Yesterday for me. This is easily my favorite anime of the season so far. At least, because there's still anime I want to watch in this season. Everybody's canceling me. Oh God.
Hashtag no more C.
But I loved Sing Yesterday for me. I think my love for this show has been expressed over hour and a half of this podcast, so I'm not going to bore you to death. So let's get right into the nitty gritty. Let's jump right into it, as Philly D would say. Who wins here? Who is the King of Anime Spring 2020? Out of these 3 anime, who?
Does mine technically count because like did it end this season or was it the season before?
Oh God, I didn't check. I don't even like My Hero Academia, so I didn't even bother to check.
You bastard! Cancel this, man.
Oh, I'm getting canceled again.
Wait, I think it aired in the. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like it aired in a winter season. So if it aired in the winter season, then it ended last season.
Oh damn!
Oh,
disqualified. So it's
yeah.
Sing.
I figured I'd lose.
Wait, winter. Wait, fuck. Oh, no. It could have ended this season.
All right, back in this.
I'm not entirely sure though. I can look it up real quick.
So I think every time EA has nominated My Hero Aka, it's not won.
Yeah, I know. You guys, you hate it for some reason.
I don't hate it. I
respect your opinion. I just disagree with it.
I didn't even get my opinion. You just immediately disagreed with it. I didn't say anything. I was going to.
It ended April 4th.
Oh, see, so it was right. That was part of it, right?
we'll allow it by technicality. The ref is looking away. We can allow it, it's fine.
This is empty.
So listen. Satsu's not gonna let Fruits Basket Season 2 lose.
I won't. I'm like,
all right.
So
listen. You both have staked your claim. You have your fruit baskets and you have your Sing Yesterday. Now you must rap battle to the death in order to see who will proclaim ultimate victor in this show. All right, we're gonna start with Satsuki. Begin.
all right.
Oh no!
Hey, King like Leo. I'm working with a keto. Fruits Basket Season 2. Yeah, we got the hero. Hey, Toru Honda driving the Toyota. Talk on a Motorola. Yeah, my phone got no minutes. Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
Listen,
now,
I'm whiter than a goddamn piece of paper. I'm not rapping.
Hey, you ever heard of Eminem? All right, we're gonna bring it on to SeaTactics.
We're not
Here
gonna
we
bring
go.
it on. Fruits Basket Season 2 wins. That's it. That's the rap. We're done. We're done. No more. We're done. We're done.
I just looked it up, but My Hero's 4th season is the worst rated season of My Hero.
Really?
Got a
Yep.
9.0
I
instead of
thought
a
it was pretty
9.5.
good.
It has a 7.97.
I mean, that's
Much
still
lower than I
passing.
expected.
I mean, yeah, it's not. It's just when it comes to My Hero standards, it's.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think like the 3rd season was the best.
Well, either way, Fruits Basket Season 2 wins the second time in a row. It's just a really good anime. And if I watched more of it, I would have probably made it my most disappointing and my favorite. So,
Damn, you just love to hate it.
everyone's canceling me. Don't worry. I don't hate the anime. I don't think it's bad or terrible or whatever verbiage. It was just, I was overhyped on it. So I felt a little bit disappointed. It's fine. It's okay. Don't cancel me too much. Cancel me a little bit. Cancel me a little bit on the side.
Cancel him so hard to where he feels it in his glutes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll catch up with it eventually. I got a Fruits Basket podcast I got to do. So, yeah, I'll catch up with it. Do the rest of the podcast over it. We'll probably discuss it more over there. So subscribe to the Bento channel. Guys, where can they find you?
Oh shit. Okay, I'll go. You can find me at King Daniels JR on Twitter. Recently got some traction on some of my tweets because I'm back on One Piece, but don't expect me to tweet about that. You can find me, of course, Sasuke the Savage YouTube channel. I think the next video I'm going to drop is a video on Kakaguri Twin and why you should read it. I think that's probably going to be the next one.
I made a Kakeguri video too.
That is true.
I dubbed Yumiko the gambling boob monster. I
Boo.
thought it was EA. Where can they find you?
You can find me passed out in front of a liquor store. And hold on. everythinganimated.com/ you got it, man. And you can find me there. I also have hold on, a channel with my girlfriend where we do reactions, we do live streams of AEW, and yeah, we only have 9 subscribers. We could totally get it up, man. That would be nice. I know my girl would appreciate it.
We need a Bluetooth sponsor.
We need a Bluetooth sponsor where this video is brought to you by Bluetooth America. Anyway, you can find me in all those places. To be honest, I'm not working. I'm going to work on another video The one I made was I was proud of it. That one was really great. But I'm gonna make another one. I just need to like do it. Because I'm not doing it. But anyway, I love you guys.
Love you too.
If I could like come in for like a group hug, Satsuki, I'd hug your 6'3" ass. And Satsuki or SeaTactics, I would also hug you. I mean, don't be ashamed that you're the shortest, but just come on in for a hug, man. You know, it's what we do when this show is done.
I'm laughing
love
so
each other.
hard. I'm in pain because of my hernia.
Well, I'm glad I could make you laugh. I totally just didn't even mean to, and it happened.
Oh Lord. Yes, thanks everybody for watching the show. Oh my God, EA is gonna regret this 5 years in the future.
I'm gonna listen to this later and hear myself, and I'm gonna be like, "Dear God, what was I doing?"
You went from fairly sober to like blackout drunk pretty quick. That was amazing.
I've always said I'm a cheap date. I get drunk really easy, but the 8.5% alcohol didn't help.
I think I was okay.
This was an amazing podcast. Thanks everybody for coming out. Violet QRW6, Otaku Hideout. Thanks Steven for the donation. Thanks everybody else for getting Dejura from the Twitch chat. Thanks everybody. We'll see you next week when we talk about some more anime. See you later. Bye-bye.
Kisses. Mwah.
Wasn't recorded. At least that last part. God damn.
Oh, fuck.